You walk to your electrical panel, grab the tripped breaker, and flip it back to the on position, but something's wrong. The breaker immediately snaps back to the tripped position, or maybe it won't move at all. You try again, same result. The breaker refuses to reset no matter what you do. This is the moment most homeowners make a critical mistake. They force the breaker harder. They flip it on and off repeatedly, hoping it will somehow catch. Some people even hold the breaker in the on position, thinking it just needs a little extra pressure. Stop right there. A breaker that won't reset is not malfunctioning. It's doing exactly what it's designed to do. It's protecting your home from an active electrical fault that could cause fire, electrocution, or catastrophic damage to your wiring. Every time you force that breaker, you're fighting against the safety mechanism that stands between you and disaster. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why your breaker won't reset. We'll cover 5 causes that range from simple fixes to serious hazards. By the end of this video, you'll understand what's happening inside your electrical system, and you'll know the right steps to take instead of gambling with your safety. Let's break it down. To understand why a breaker won't reset, you first need to understand how breakers work in the first place. A circuit breaker is an automatic safety switch. It monitors the electrical current flowing through a specific circuit in your home. Every breaker has a current rating, usually 15 or 20 amps for standard household circuits. As long as current stays below that rating, the breaker remains closed and electricity flows normally. But when current exceeds the safe limit, the breaker trips. Inside the breaker, 2 mechanisms work together to detect problems. A bimetallic strip heats up and bends when excess current flows through it. This handles slow overloads. An electromagnetic coil reacts instantly to sudden current surges. This handles short circuits and ground faults. When either mechanism activates, a spring-loaded switch inside the breaker snaps open. This physically disconnects the circuit from power. The breaker handle moves to a middle position between on and off and the tripped position. Here's the critical part. A breaker cannot reset while a fault condition still exists on the circuit. The breaker's internal mechanism physically prevents it from closing if current would immediately surge through it again. This isn't a defect. This is the breaker doing its job. When your breaker won't reset, the breaker is telling you the fault is still active, something on that circuit is still creating a dangerous condition. Let's look at what those conditions might be. A short circuit is the most common reason a breaker refuses to reset. A short circuit occurs when a hot wire makes direct contact with a neutral wire or another hot wire. This contact bypasses all the normal resistance in the circuit, the lights, outlets, and appliances that would normally limit current flow. Instead, electricity rushes through the low-resistance shortcut with almost nothing to slow it down. The result is a massive current surge. We're talking hundreds of amps flowing through wires rated for 15 or 20 amps. The breaker's electromagnetic coil detects this surge and trips the breaker within milliseconds. But here's why the breaker won't reset. The short circuit is still there. The wires are still touching. As soon as you close the breaker, current rushes through the short again, and the breaker trips instantly. Short circuits happen inside outlet boxes, junction boxes, light fixtures, and appliances. Damaged wire insulation is usually the culprit. Heat, age, physical damage, rodent chewing, and improper installation can all cause insulation to fail and allow wires to contact each other. If your breaker trips immediately, the instant you flip it, not after a few seconds, but instantly, a short circuit is the most likely cause. You'll need to identify where the short exists before the breaker can be safely reset. A ground fault is similar to a short circuit, but the path is different. In a ground fault, current escapes from the hot wire and flows through an unintended path to ground. This might be through a metal junction box, through conduit, through the ground wire, or worst of all, through a person. Ground faults often occur in areas with moisture. Kitchens, bathrooms, garages, basements, and outdoor locations are common ground fault zones. Water reduces insulation effectiveness and creates conductive paths where current can leak to ground. When a ground fault occurs, current flow becomes unbalanced. More current flows out on the hot wire than returns on the neutral. The breaker detects this imbalance and trips. If you have GFCI breakers or GFCI outlets protecting the circuit, they're designed specifically to catch ground faults. A GFCI trips when it detects a current imbalance as small as 4 to 6 milliamps, far below what would trip a standard breaker. A ground fault can prevent a breaker from resetting because the fault path remains active. Moisture inside a junction box, a damaged appliance cord, or a failed appliance can all maintain the ground fault condition even when you think everything is unplugged. If your breaker serves a kitchen, bathroom, or any wet location and refuses to reset, a ground fault should be high on your suspect list. An overloaded circuit is different from a short circuit or ground fault, and it behaves differently too. An overload occurs when you draw more current through a circuit than the wires and breaker are rated to handle. Too many devices plugged into one circuit. A space heater running alongside a hairdryer. Multiple appliances operating simultaneously on a circuit designed for lighter loads. With a pure overload, the breaker usually trips after running for a while, not instantly. The bimetallic strip inside the breaker heats up gradually and eventually bends enough to trip the mechanism. But here's where overloads can prevent a breaker from resetting. If the overload condition still exists, if all those devices are still plugged in and ready to draw power, the breaker may trip again almost immediately when you reset it. The wires are still hot from the previous overload. The breaker's bimetallic strip is already warm. Current surges in and the breaker trips before you can even take your hand off the panel. The solution for an overload is straightforward. Unplug devices from the circuit before attempting to reset. If the breaker resets and holds with reduced load, you've confirmed an overload condition. You'll need to redistribute your devices across multiple circuits or have an electrician add additional circuits to handle your power needs. Sometimes the problem isn't the circuit at all. Sometimes the breaker itself has failed. Circuit breakers are mechanical devices with a limited lifespan. After years of service and multiple trip cycles, the internal components wear out. Springs weaken, contacts pit and corrode. The bimetallic strip loses its calibration. The electromagnetic mechanism degrades. A failed breaker might trip under normal conditions when no fault exists, but a failed breaker can also refuse to reset even when the circuit is perfectly safe. The internal mechanism may be stuck. The contacts may be welded together from previous arcing. The trip mechanism may be physically broken. You can sometimes identify a failed breaker by its physical condition. Does the handle feel loose or wobbly? Does it move differently than other breakers in the panel? Is there discoloration or melting on the breaker face? Do you smell burning near that breaker? If a breaker is more than 20 years old, has tripped numerous times over its life, or shows any signs of physical damage, the breaker itself may need replacement. However, breaker replacement should only be performed by someone qualified to work inside an energized electrical panel. The bus bars remain hot even when individual breakers are off. The fifth cause looks beyond the breaker and the immediate fault to the wiring infrastructure itself. Wiring damage accumulates over time. Connections loosen from thermal cycling. Wire insulation degrades from heat exposure. Rodents chew through cable jackets. Nails and screws puncture wires hidden inside walls. Previous homeowners or unqualified workers create hazardous splices and connections. Damaged wiring can create intermittent faults that prevent breakers from resetting. A wire with compromised insulation might arc to a nearby grounded surface. A loose connection might create enough resistance to trip the breaker under load. A backstabbed outlet connection might fail, and create a short inside the outlet box. These wiring problems are difficult to diagnose because they often hide inside walls and ceilings. The damage isn't visible from outside. The circuit might work fine for years until the damage progresses far enough to cause a fault. Signs of wiring damage include breakers that trip randomly without pattern, outlets or switches that feel warm to the touch, flickering lights on a specific circuit, burning smells with no obvious source, and discoloration around outlets or junction boxes. If you suspect wiring damage, this is not a DIY diagnosis. You need an electrician who can systematically test the circuit, inspect accessible junction points, and potentially use thermal imaging to identify hotspots hidden inside your walls. If your breaker won't reset, here's your action plan. First, stop trying to force it. Every time you repeatedly flip that breaker, you risk damaging the breaker mechanism, creating additional arcing or worsening whatever fault exists on the circuit. If it won't reset after 1 or 2 attempts, leave it alone. Second, unplug everything on the affected circuit. Go around your home and disconnect every device, appliance, and lamp on that circuit. If you're not sure what's on the circuit, unplug everything in the general area. Third, try resetting the breaker one more time with everything disconnected. If the breaker now resets and holds, the fault is likely in one of the devices you unplugged. You can reconnect them one at a time to identify the culprit. When the breaker trips again, you've found your problem device. Fourth, if the breaker still won't reset with everything unplugged, the fault is in the wiring itself, somewhere between the panel and the outlets. This requires professional diagnosis. Do not attempt to trace wiring faults yourself unless you're qualified to do so. Fifth, call a licensed electrician. A breaker that won't reset indicates an active electrical fault. Faults cause fires. Faults cause electrocution. This is not the time for guesswork or YouTube DIY repairs on live electrical systems. Remember, that breaker is protecting you. When it refuses to reset, it's saying the danger is still present. Listen to it. If this video helped you understand what's happening in your home, subscribe to Shockproof Living. We expose hidden electrical dangers every week so you can protect your family and prevent disasters before they happen. Leave a comment below if you've dealt with a breaker that wouldn't reset. Tell us what the cause turned out to be. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one.